Hey everybody, my name is Jack Breivogel, and this is my final for my health and wellness class. Why did I decide to take on this challenge, and what were my motivations, and what was I hoping to discover on this process? So a reason I took on the challenge I did, which was trying to lose 20 pounds in the semester, was I was pretty lean before. I guess I accidentally bulked up and I didn't realize it until start of semester when we started talking about health. And I thought it'd be a great challenge to try to get back down to around 200, which would be a good start. And I ultimately wanted to get back down to 180 pounds. My motivation behind it was I just wanted to look better, I wanted to feel better. And at the beginning of the semester, I had a shoulder injury on the bench press, my favorite lift, but it caused osteolysis, which was the gradual breakdown of bone over time, which I could feel it. It pinched so hard I couldn't lift anything. I could barely move my arm up. I did do a lot of rehab, like band exercises, and I really had to rebuild it from the ground up. I was hoping to discover a better way of losing weight without hard cutting, which is basically when you hard cut, you're restricting your calories in a very unhealthy manner. So this time I wanted to do it in a healthy way by just doing a gradual calorie deficit. The biggest struggle along the way was the shoulder injury. I basically had to go from 0 to 100 in like a couple months, and it took a lot out of me to make that happen. But now I have multiple achievements on bench, on squat. Now I bench 245 for 10. I can squat 315 for 7. So in that process, the biggest thing that I took out of it was consistency. Ever since I lost 107 pounds, I thought I made it. I thought I did amazing, which great, I did. But I kind of lost that. I lost that consistency. So it was important for me to go through my shoulder injury, even though it sucked so bad. But I learned something valuable out of it. Consistency always wins, right? One of the specific concepts from the course that really helped me out was managing macros. Prior to this class, I really never thought about macros. I knew what macros were. I've tracked them in the past, but I've never really tracked them seriously. I now have a food scale that I use every day for every meal, and I track it every calorie. And it may sound obsessive or whatever, but it really helps me get to where I'm going. If I want to lose 20 pounds, I'm going to have to track my calories, track my macros, know what protein I'm taking, know how many carbs I'm having, so I have enough energy to lift what I lift. And, prior to this class, like I said, I wasn't really doing that too much. Even when I was losing 107 pounds, I'd usually just eyeball, and I was on a pretty hard cut that didn't really give me the nutrition I needed to maintain a lot of the muscle I had before that cut. So learning about nutrition and maintenance calories and calorie deficits and protein intake was very important to me to kind of hone in the progress I was trying to make. 3 learning objectives. A sustainable, individualized plan that is sustainable and created to improve one's overall health. like I said, calorie calorie tracking. It's one of the best things that I've ever done. It's easy. I can still eat a lot of food if I'm choosing the right foods. Um, some positive strategies to deal with in various stressors in my life. I think one of the biggest stressors was my shoulder throughout my journey. Right? I had to basically relearn everything that I knew before and rework it somehow so I could rehabilitate my shoulder and make progress at the same time. And one of those strategies was consistency. And I mean consistency as in going to the gym every day, no matter what type of movement I'm doing. I just need to move, right? Because I'm not going to make any progress just sitting around and doing nothing. And doing that rehabilitation and lifting those light weights until I got back up to what I wanted really helped me. Applying healthy concepts to enhance healthy behaviors to prevent the development of chronic disease. Healthy foods, fruits, veggies, lean meats. Prior to this journey that I went on, I was eating like crap. I was eating cookies, I was eating breads, and I pushed a lot of the unhealthy stuff like sugars, unhealthy fats, junk food like chips, cookies, all that. I pushed that away and started focusing on what I said, lean meats, fruits, and vegetables. And that's really what got me to where I am right now in terms of information that I need to get to my goal. And also, calorie tracking again. How amazing is calorie tracking? I use MyNet Diary. It's an app where you can scan barcodes. And then I use my food scale to weigh out my grams and stuff to get a specific number, which is one of the best apps I've ever downloaded. Compare and contrast characteristics of healthy and unhealthy relationships. I had a very unhealthy relationship with fitness. This may not be a personal relationship with somebody, but with something I do, which is fitness. And I had such an unhealthy relationship with fitness in the past when I lost 107 pounds. I was doing such a hard cut, not getting the nutrition I needed, being so under my calorie maintenance that I just became tired, lethargic. Just overall, I felt like crap because I didn't know what I was doing. But I got to where I wanted to be. And that's the only thing that mattered. But now what matters is doing it the right way and seeing the right progress. And now I've built healthy characteristics in my relationship with health, which is tracking calories and making sure I'm eating the right stuff so I can stay healthy for a longer time, right? And it's not a short-term goal I'm making. It's a long-term life goal where fitness, it gives me more out of my life. It gives me more life out of life, I guess. I will continue to pursue my health goal by consistency. Keep lifting, keep doing what I'm doing, keep tracking my calories, and yeah, just keeping consistency. So, yeah, thank you for listening, and that was my time.